If you don't see results in the first 2 days or the first week, I'm done. That's the mentality of most people.
Everybody wants to sit in your seat until they have to sit in your seat.
No one is coming to save you. Everything is your fault. And you have to sacrifice who you are for who you want to become.
For the comfort crisis, I go and I spend 30 days. I fly from Las Vegas to Anchorage. Now, when I get on that plane from Vegas, it's like a 747. And I'm like you. I hate flying, right? Because seats are too small and cramped, plane's too hot, the movies in the seat back, they suck, right? The coffee, not very good. There's usually a baby crying. If I need to go to the bathroom's totally cramped. Like, flying is just terrible. I'm like, flying is the worst. And then I go spend this 30 days in the middle of the Arctic. Right, so if I want to drink anything, I gotta hike down to a stream and I gotta carry the heavy water bags back up to camp. I am freezing cold the entire freaking time. If I want to go to the bathroom, I have to hike out on the tundra and I have to bring the rifle because there's grizzly bears. I'm starving the entire time. If I want to get warm, it requires picking up firewood, of which there's not many, hauling it back. Like, everything is hard, everything is uncomfortable. So then when I get onto the plane that goes from the Arctic back to Las Vegas, it's like, what do you think my experience of that flight was like?
Pure luxury.
Holy shit. Greatest thing that ever happened to me. Right? It's like that chair. I hadn't sat in a real chair for more than a month. It's like, this is so comfortable. Coffee was hot. Like, this is the best thing I've ever drank. I had like 12 bags of pretzels, right? The crying baby. I'm like, oh yeah, just hand me that baby. I got it. And it basically finds that as people experience fewer and fewer problems, we don't actually become more satisfied. We simply sort of lower our threshold for what we consider a problem. So when you apply that to life today, to make this practical, it's like, as the world has become a lot more comfortable, as we encounter fewer sort of traumas and real problems in our life, we don't necessarily stop and go, this is amazing. We simply broaden our definition of what a problem is, of what a discomfort is. And so we end up with the exact same number of problems, of discomforts, but they've just become progressively more hollow over time.
There's another challenge out there that sucks, that people don't want to go to, that I can grow from, that I can see some more uncommon motherfuckers out there that want to get hard and get after it. And I always found out one thing. When you're in training, that's where you find how people really are.
Physical pain that they put themselves through is actually their pleasure. You know, my athletes, when at the highest level of their training, it is the most uncomfortable state they put themselves through every single day. And people just say, I'm not gonna do that. It's the people that run the ultra marathons. It's people that take these ice baths. It's, you know, it's all out there. Now that doesn't mean if you do those things, you're gonna excel in other aspects of your life, but it does raise your level of understanding that nothing great is going to come without you having to deal with what I call adversity and pain tolerance.
You move towards a new destination, and that requires a kind of growth. So you might ask, well, what does that growth consist of? And in the Abrahamic story, it consists of sacrifice. So every time Abraham makes a transformation in identity, he makes a sacrifice. Well, that is what happens when you make a transformation of identity, because as you grow and mature, you have to shed those traits, people, even situations, material possessions, geographic locale, whatever. You have to shed all of that if it's interfering with your progress forward. And
I think it's often better to start not with what do I want to achieve, but who do I wish to become? And then the connection back to everything we've talked about, back to this discussion of consistency, back to this discussion of small habits and showing up each day. Every action you take is like a vote for the type of person you wish to become. But the truth is, the best way to learn is often by taking action. The best way to learn is by getting in the arena a little bit, get started, gain a little bit of a foothold, try a few things out, see what works for you, and then improve and update and iterate from there.
And so, like, the consistency of work, Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better, right? And you do that over a period of time, you know, not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years and then you can get to where you want to go.
I think it's understanding there's no replacement for persistence, as simplistic as that is. It's like, disappointment either destroys you or drives you, and you have to decide which one it's going to be.
We only play about 3% of the time. We prepare 97% of the time, but it's what you're doing when nobody's watching. That's what separates people. You didn't get here, I don't know your whole background, but I guarantee you didn't get here doing this show. You didn't just show up. I mean, it's what you're doing. Championships are won when nobody's watching. They're when the stands are empty.
Do I enjoy working out every single day? No. And that's when it's like, oh yeah, but I know the results of the long run. And I think that's an important thing that I've talked about, and again, talked about this with my daughter, is like, if you give up a little bit today, like, you can't get it back. Like, if you skip a workout today, there's no possible way to get that back. When you let something go, it's gone. And Rome wasn't built in a day, but Rome didn't fall apart on a day either. It didn't fall apart because of one thing. It falls apart just a little bit at a time.
Yeah, nobody gets fit overnight, nobody gets fat overnight.
Exactly. And so you can't submit. You have to get in there and keep it going.
And we want it very fast. If you don't see results in the first 2 days or the first week, I'm done. That's the mentality of most people. The struggle is too real. We're not patient. We, like, in a world where you can Google the best restaurants around me right now, no one is patient. And for you to lose weight, for you to stop drinking, whatever the hell you're going through, it takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, and a lot of pitfalls, a lot of plateaus. You're gonna hit so many plateaus. If you don't know how to get around that plateau, it's not gonna happen fast.
Change is about reminding yourself over and over again. Change is about the overcoming process. The overcoming process is actually the becoming process. And people all the time that heal in this work, they're doing their meditations. They're not doing their meditations to heal. They're doing their meditations to change. And they've discovered that when they change, they heal. So now, if you accept that as a new belief that when I change, my life will change. And you got to keep reminding yourself of that belief.
You got to keep saying
You got to keep reminding yourself, if I change, because this goes against the program. Like, when my life changes, then I'll change. That's the program. No. When you change, the experiment is, will your life change?
What's amazing about the human mind is that it becomes your new norm. Like, to think that I can run 200 miles, 240 miles, and that becomes like running 50. I never thought that was possible. This is why I'm always pushing that limit, because I know that within pushing these limits, there's always more.
We are capable of so much, but it is so rare to have a moment where you are fully utilized. So fulfilling your potential seems like it qualifies. Related to that, not being your own bottleneck, we are, again, capable of so much, but talk ourselves out of so many opportunities, of so many achievements, attempts. In many ways, the hardest thing is not to keep winning, but to keep reaching, because you often talk yourself out of trying something else. So if you're not your own bottleneck, you're in a position to be, to fulfill your potential.
It's something within, and you can't go buy that. I can't give it to you. Lewis can't. Like, you've got to go within and find that and pull that stuff out.
What do you do on the days when you're just not feeling it?
Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind, I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions. I don't really want to work out, I work out. I really don't want to hammer on a project, I hammer on the project. Don't really want to get up and get out of bed. Yeah, I get up and get out of bed.